welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about empty products. These are things I've used up, used them all. So let me know if there's anything in here that you've used up and let me know how you felt about it. If this is something that you'd be interested in, please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be a part of the family. I would love to see you here next time. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the first thing I have is a pack of wipes. These are the Clinique Pep Start wipes. There's 50 in the pack, and I gotta tell you guys, I really enjoyed these. I thought they did a great job at removing my makeup. They were gentle. I didn't have any sort of redness afterwards. They were very soft, and what I loved most about them is number one, you get 50 to a pack, and number two, they were huge. They were humongous. I mean, probably double the size of a normal makeup towelette, and so I personally would definitely repurchase those. I thought they did a great job. They weren't overly scented. Yeah, I was really pleased. So definitely something I would repurchase. The next thing is this Real Techniques Brush Cleansing Gel. I probably won't repurchase this. You guys, I feel like you have to use a lot of the product in order to get your brushes thoroughly clean. I do feel like this has a really nice, like, clean scent. I actually really like the scent. I just found that, especially with like my foundation, my concealer, my cream product brushes, I really had to let them soak. I felt like I had to use quite a bit of product in order to really get that foundation to come out. So it's the first brush cleaner I've ever tried. I did pick up the Solid Beauty Blender the cleanser, the solid form. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time saying that, but compared to this product, it's like night and day. The Solid is 16 bucks. I think this was like 9 or 10. And I've had my Solid cleanser for quite a while. It's about to run out, but I only purchased the smaller one, and it has gotten me through several washes, and it's a matter of just swirling your brush, wiping it out or rinsing it out, and it's done. This is just so much more time consuming. So I am interested to try out other brands of brush cleaners, and I guess I will keep you posted if I do repurchase this, but not anytime soon. It was just okay. The next thing I have is the Righteous Butter from Soap and Glory. So this was nice. It was definitely creamy. I think it did give me a little bit of hydration, but to be quite honest, you guys, I feel like Soap and Glory products are a bit spendy for what they are. And I really didn't see the hydration that I guess I was anticipating from this. It smells fabulous. That's probably the best thing about it. Yeah, definitely the scent. The scent on this is awesome. It is heavily fragrant, so if you're sensitive to that, I wouldn't recommend. I felt like this was best for like shaving my legs. That is what I pretty much used it for. It even says on here, amazing for shaving, but something to repurchase for the money, no. I feel like there are brands out there at the drugstore that are cheaper than this that do the same thing. Like for instance, the Jergens Wet Skin, I feel like that is a comparable dupe, and it's like half the price. So that's kind of how I feel about that one. The next thing I have is this little wrapper, because this is actually a bar of soap. So this is the Shea Moisture. It's the Superfruit Complex Soap with mango butter, green coffee bean extract. It's supposed to be contouring, firming, and smoothing. I hated this. Like, I hated this so much that I actually gave it to my fiance. I told him, go ahead, use it up. If you don't like it, throw it out. I found this to be incredibly drying, you guys. I think it's funny because it's the Shea Moisture brand. So you would think that it's going to be like super hydrating. I kind of thought it would be like comparable to, you know, that creaminess of like a Dove bar. This is totally the opposite. Like, you can rub it on and it feels nice. It has like little gritty particles in there, which is nice. I love anything exfoliating, but the second you rinse that away, it's dry as the Sahara. So I would definitely not repurchase this, and it honestly makes me feel like I don't even want to try anything else from this brand. So if you guys have anything from this brand that you love and would recommend, let me know down below, because I mean, I'm open to it, but based off of this first impression, I'm kind of like, not so much. The next thing I have is this Micro Delivery Triple Acid Brightening Peel, and this is from Philosophy. So I got this for gratis, and I actually got 2 of them. So you're supposed to use 1 a week. It's 1 pad in here soaked in the product, and it's basically a pre-saturated chemical peel pad, and you basically rub this all over your face and then it does its thing. I did see a bit of a difference, but I can't honestly tell you guys whether or not it made a huge difference, because I feel like this is something that you really have to use like repeatedly over time to really see whether or not you're going to get results from it. They do sell these in like a box with multiple, I think it's like 10 or 20 pads in the box. I don't remember the price of it. I think it's somewhere around the $70 range. But yes, I do have 1 more of these, and I actually plan on using it tonight once I remove my makeup. So, I mean, I'll keep you posted on this. As of right now, I don't know if I would spend the $70. But then again, I can't say that I wouldn't, because I feel like I haven't used it enough to see any sort of results. So that's kind of how I feel about that. The next item I have are the Ardell Natural Multi-Pack Lashes. So I know you can't see what they look like in here, unfortunately, but they are just very wispy, very natural. They have a thin band lashes. Now, these are pretty much what I started out with in terms of applying false lashes. I think these are great for beginners. If you've never used false lashes before, this is gonna give you a dramatic difference. It's like night and day. So this is essentially what got me hooked on false lashes, but I've grown out of them. They're not as glamorous as I want them to be. So it's sort of nostalgic. I've purchased several packs of these, but I think this is gonna be the last pack I purchase, because I've just outgrown them, you guys. I do. I think they're wonderful for beginners, but I'm beyond that now. I'm just ready for big, bold lashes. So that being said, I love these. I'll always love these. They'll always have a little piece of my heart, but I've moved on. Sorry, Ardell. The next thing I have is the Age Perfect Golden Balm from L'Oreal, and this is what the product looks like. This is what it looks like inside. Obviously I didn't finish this. You can see there's still plenty of product in there. I got about halfway, I would say, before I just stopped using it. It says Hydra Nutrition, so this is essentially for like super dry skin. This broke me out, you guys. I just noticed every time I would go in with this, I would be super duper moisturized, but it's a thick moisturizer. Like if you have really, really super dry, flaky skin, this might work for you. But for me, I just don't. I have combo to oily, so this was just too heavy, even in the winter months. So it's also extremely fragranced. I find that a lot of L'Oreal products are extremely fragranced. This reminds me of like, I don't know, it's like floral, like mature floral, if that makes sense. There is sort of like a spiciness to it. It just wasn't for me, you guys. I couldn't use it anymore, so I'm just gonna call it quits on this and move along. And then I also have another one from L'Oreal. This is the Hydra Genius. You'll probably see these products in like a future products I regret purchasing video, but this is for oily skin, so it says. And it is a very lightweight, sort of like gel consistency, as you can see there. Heavily fragranced. It smells like straight alcohol. does this have ingredients on it? No, the box did. But yeah, it just says use every morning and night after cleansing, gently smoothing over face. You guys, this, it's the opposite of the Golden Balm. Like this just, I felt like it didn't do anything. I felt like you rub this in and it smells like the Nivea post-shave balm. Like it's extremely scented, and I didn't feel good about putting it on my skin because of that. And then, you know, you put it on and it's just like sort of sticky. I just feel like I don't know. There's just something about it, you guys. I'm just not crazy about it. I called it quits. It's been in my collection for a little bit, and I mean, it's pretty spendy. I mean, it's not cheap. So that being said, I mean, my skin feels soft, but I don't know. I have other things that I just prefer using, so I just called it quits on that one. The next thing I have is a hair product, and this is from the brand Amika. This is the Bombshell Blowout Spray, and it's to protect, texturize, voluminize, and repair. It's for all hair types. This came in an Ipsy bag, I believe. I used every drop of this, and I miss it. There was just something about it. I would put it in before I blow dried my hair. I hate the scent. It stinks, to be honest. It's not a good scent. But I do feel like this sort of gave my hair a bit of a va-va-voom, if you will. Like it added something, and it did make my hair a bit shiny, and I liked that. I didn't go crazy in my roots. I pretty much just, with wet hair, I would spray it and just sort of like do this number, and then I would blow my hair out, and I do feel like this gave me some volume. So I would consider repurchasing this in full size. I don't know how much it costs. Honestly, I don't even know where to get this brand. Maybe Sephora. I'll have to look into it. But you guys let me know, have you used anything from this brand? Did it work for you? What did you use? I'd be interested to know. The next thing I have is the Wild Honeysuckle Bath & Body Works Body Lotion, and this is what it looks like. Here's the deal, you guys. With Bath & Body Works, I love their scents, and I think that is what draws people in. Their packaging, their scents. I mean, this smells absolutely incredible, divine. I mean, it just smells fresh and summery. I would say actually springy. It reminds me of springtime, and it's just, I mean, the packaging is darling, right? I mean, it's so cute, but I don't find these to be hydrating. I just don't. And it's not just this specific one. I have tried so many Bath & Body Works lotions in this format in the past, and at first you feel good. You're like, yep, I'm good. I've got my moisturizer on. And then it's like 20 minutes later, you're like, you feel your skin and it's as if you never put anything on. I don't feel like they are good for your skin. The third ingredient, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, the fourth ingredient is alcohol, which makes sense. I mean, they're so heavily fragranced. I've just found other things that I prefer. And so, to be honest with you, I think I'm definitely over the whole Bath & Body Works lotion thing. I do love their hand soaps, and I will continue to repurchase their hand soaps, but I'm over the lotions. That's just me personally. I don't mean to offend anybody. If you love them, great, keep using them. It just, for me, I have found other things that I prefer, and I can talk about those in an upcoming video if you're interested. But I found a couple, a body butter and a body lotion and a shower gel that I'm just like hands down ride or die for. So the next thing I have here that I called it quits on is this Boscia Green Tea Oil Control Mask, and it looks like this. This is terrible, you guys. Like, it smells okay. It's not like super duper fragranced. This goes on and like it'll dry down, but it doesn't like peel off. I'm like steady, like trying to get these flakes off my face. The peel off part of it, I wasn't crazy about. I'm gonna pass this along. I'll probably pass most of this along to someone that might appreciate it, or maybe it'll work better for them. But yeah, I didn't feel like I saw any sort of result after using this. So to be honest, yeah, I'm done. I mean, this is almost full. I've probably used this 4 or 5 times. Every time it was the same experience, so I'm just moving on. All right, the next thing I have here is from Dr. Brandt, and this is just a deluxe size sample of the Extend Your Youth Dual Fusion Water. So this is a cleanser and makeup remover for the face and eyes, and this is what it looks like. You know, Dr. Brandt is spendy. Overall, as a brand, they're spendy. But you know, the thing is if their products work, if a product works, I don't care how much I pay for it. Like if it works, and I'll pay for it. I did not see any significant difference. There's just nothing special about this, you guys. I don't see any special, like, there's just nothing special about it. I don't even know how to explain it other than, to me, it was no different than any other cleanser or makeup remover. In fact, I have drugstore ones that I prefer far over this. I used it up to use it up, but I would never repurchase this, if that makes sense. The next thing I have, sorry, the packaging is like tore up, but this is the Bedhead Style Shots Epic Volume Conditioner. This is what the packaging looks like. So I felt like this weighed my hair down. I've had this for quite a while, you guys. It took me literally forever to get through this. I just was not crazy about this product. Like I said, I felt like instead of giving me volume, it weighed my hair down. And then when I rinsed it all out, like it didn't make it feel silky, or, you know, when you go in with a product that typically weighs your hair down, it's because it's super hydrating, but I didn't get that after effect from this. It just sort of made my hair limp, and I didn't see anything to write home about in terms of results when I use this. So I personally would never repurchase this. That's just kind of my take on it. I used it for the sake of using it, but it was just whatever. All right, so the next thing I have is this Tatcha Indigo Soothing Silk Hand Cream. This came in like a little mini trio set with 2 other hand creams or lotions that I'm currently working through. This was the hand cream. Okay, so this was nice. It was a nice hand cream, but it wasn't revolutionary. Like, I don't even think, yeah, I can get a little out. It wasn't revolutionary, you guys. It's this blue color, which is really pretty. When I think of a hand cream, I think of it as being super hydrating. I want it to be sort of thick because I wash my hands so frequently that I want it to kind of last through all of the hand washing. This is an extremely lightweight hand cream. I did keep it in my bag and I used it, but for the price point, for the Tatcha price point, like I would never repurchase. It's just far too spendy for what it is, and I feel like there are other hand creams out there that give you far better hydration for a third of the price. So that's where I stand on that one. The next thing I have is the NYX Eyebrow Gel. Again, I called it quits on this because number one, I hate the packaging. To me, this is extremely difficult to work with. I have to put some on my hand, take my angled brush in there, then it stains my hand. One thing about this product is it's extremely long wearing. Like, this is it's like ink, you guys. So for that, I will say it's amazing. It says it's waterproof. I agree. But the packaging, like, I would much rather this be in like a pot or anything other than a squeeze tube, because it's difficult to rub the spot off of your hand. And I don't know, you guys, I just wasn't crazy about this. I loved that it was long lasting, but I just feel like the overall packaging was just too much to deal with. especially in the morning when I'm on the go. Like I don't have time for any extra steps. And I just feel like it was too much, just too much. So I'm gonna pass on that. There's still plenty of product left, but I'm just gonna go ahead and call it quits. The next item is a holy grail for me. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. So they did reformulate this or repackage it. It's no longer the same like tip applicator that it used to be, but I love this liner. It is absolutely amazing for the price. I can't get over it. I have repurchased, I think this was like my 4th or 5th one, you guys. And I mean, these format of liners, they last for quite a while. So that tells you how long I have loved this. The only thing that I would find occasionally, depending on how watery my eyes were that day, is sometimes right in here, it would bleed the slightest bit. But I find this so easy to work with. It's just simple. There's still a little left in there. But of all the liners I've tried, this just works for me. I feel like everybody has their preference of liner. And once you find that liner that just meshes with you and you just, it just becomes your holy grail. And this is that liner for me. And I also love that it's like $3. So if you've never tried it out, it's $3. Try it out. It could become your holy grail liner. The next one is the Clinique Step 3 Clarifying Lotion. So that's what the packaging looks like. It's basically the purple clarifying lotion that they've carried for years. This was like a deluxe size sample. This essentially, along with the gel moisturizer and the liquid soap for oily skin, this essentially changed my skin game. This took me from extremely oily skin to the combo skin that I have now, and I am eternally grateful for that. I love this product. It is abrasive, in my opinion. It is very, very, the scent is extremely strong, very alcohol-y smelling. But if you have acne, if you have issues with texture, this is a godsend, you guys. And Clinique skincare is, in my opinion, very, very affordable for what it is. So I would definitely check this out. I can actually show you, because I'm working through this one now. So that's essentially what it looks like. I use this every other night. I don't use it during the day. I use it at night. But I will forever repurchase this product. It is a holy grail for me. I have a pair of the Pure Pro eyelashes in the style Diva. I actually have these on right now. I like these lashes, you guys. I'm interested to try another style, to be honest. These are just, I don't know if you can see, but they're a bit too like wispy or spaced out for me personally, and they're really long. I did have to trim these down quite a bit in order to get them to work for me, which I normally trim my lashes down. I just felt like this was a bit more than normal. But I will say they have been holding up amazingly, and they are extremely easy to work with. The band is just the right size, in my opinion, and I will get the uses out of these. I mean, it says up to 30 wears. I agree. I would guess that I would get 30 wears out of these by the way that they're holding up. I enjoy them. I just think that I would prefer a different style over these ones. They're $14. They're a little bit more than drugstore, but it's not extremely excessive. And for 30 wears, that's really not bad. So I have been enjoying these, and I would definitely try another style. The next couple of products here are both sample sizes of the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Serum, and then there is the Retinol Youth Renewal Night Cream. You guys, I got these as gratis, and I have completely used these entirely, like scraping to get every last little bit. I love these. I love these. If I had to choose between the two, because they are spendy, I would go with the serum. I feel like the serum penetrates better than the moisturizer, but in terms of the reduction of texture on my face, I am in awe. This is part of their Resurgence line. I will definitely be repurchasing this. I haven't had it in about a week, and I can already see texture showing up on my jawline again, which I had pretty much diminished that. These are retinol products, so you want to use them at night, and you want to make sure they're removed in the morning because they are sensitive to sunlight. But I'm telling you, the second I have a spare $80, I am definitely getting the serum. I miss it. I'm sad that I don't have any more, but I did see results. So if you have texture that you're looking to like eliminate, I would definitely say go to Sephora and get a sample of it and see how it works for you. So the next product, they're both brow products. The first one is the Essence Make Me Brow. You guys, this is my all-time favorite brow mascara. I've tried every single one at the drugstore, just about. I shouldn't say every single one. I've tried a lot. And this one is probably my 4th or 5th of this specific product from Essence. It's so affordable, coming in at like $3. It lasts for a great amount of time, and this actually has little fibers in it. So when you go in, it actually makes your brow hairs stay in place. It tints them, but it also makes them look fuller. You guys, this is an amazing brow mascara. You must try this out. I love this. I'm out. I'm completely out, and I have to pick up another one because I'm lost without it. The next one is the NYX Micro Brow. This is now the 3rd one of these I've purchased or gone through. This one is in the shade Taupe, which is typically the shade I purchase. I love the spoolie. I love the little nub, which you can't see anymore, but I love this pencil. I love the formula. I love how it lasts on my skin. I love the shade. There's nothing bad about this. It's $10. It's half the price of the Brow Wiz. I think I have 1 or 2 Brow Wizzes left to work through that were part of like kits, or just I got them on sale at an incredibly discounted price. But once those Brow Wizzes are gone, I will never buy another Brow Wiz, you guys. This is such a comparable dupe. I also have other ones too from the drugstore that are great. So there's just really no reason for me to spend $21 on a brow pencil anymore, especially when this exists. So I would definitely repurchase. The next thing I have is the Lancome Black Noir mascara, or the shade Black Noir. I cannot pronounce this, you guys. I'm so sorry, but like my French is terrible. It's the Definisil in my best French. I liked this, you guys. It's just a sample size. What I really liked this for was my lower lash line. This really gets in there, really coats those lower lashes, that tiny little natural bristled wand. I love it. Didn't flake, it didn't smudge or smear. I would consider purchasing this in full size. I'm currently working through another sample size of it. I also have the primer to test out, and I have the, oh man, what's it called? There's another Lancome mascara, Hypnose Drama, I think. I have a sample size of that to work through. So I would consider repurchasing this. I did enjoy it. However, Lancome mascaras are pricey, and I do have wonderful drugstore options. So I'm not saying that this is a bad product at all by any means. I did thoroughly enjoy using it, and I'm thoroughly enjoying using the other sample that I have, but I'm not sure if I would spend that kind of cash on a mascara, especially when there's such amazing ones at the drugstore. You know what I mean? So that's my take on that. The next thing is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. It was just a sample size, which I like sample sizes. I like to try things in a size like this rather than committing to a full size and then not liking it. You know, for the price of this, you guys, there are drugstore options out there that are half the cost of this, a third of the cost, that do exactly the same thing. I really didn't think that this was anything special, and to be quite honest, I would not repurchase this. Not at the, I'm sure, $32-ish price point. Yeah, I just didn't, there wasn't anything special. I mean, it definitely gave me sort of that dewy look, but so does my L'Oreal Lumi primer. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I feel about that. Sometimes, you know, high-end brands, it doesn't mean they're any better because you've paid more money in some cases, in a lot of cases. So that's kind of where I stand on that one. And then the last item I have here is a sample of the Lancome, I'm gonna butcher this. Can you guys see that? It's their really popular fragrance that they came out with not that long ago. This is beautiful. We sold so much of this in store over the holidays, and I couldn't figure, I was like, what is the deal with this fragrance from Lancome? So it's their really, really popular one. I do think this is beautiful. I really do. It's floral, but sort of musky. It's mature. I like it. A little dark. But, oh gosh, I don't know, you guys. It's so hard for me to spend that kind of cash on a fragrance. So while I love this, if I'm going to spend that kind of cash on a fragrance, it's probably going to be something from Marc Jacobs. I have Dot already, and I love it. So I would probably just expand on my Marc Jacobs collection because I just love his fragrances so much. But this is a nice scent, if that makes sense. All right, you guys, that wraps up my empties, and so I'll just start collecting the next round. I already have a shampoo and conditioner to go in there, and so let me know what you thought. If you've tried any of these products, let me know how you felt about them. I would love to know. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.